Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's Sunday, April 12th. He has risen. It's Easter Sunday. If you celebrate that, I don't. Welcome to the show. Wait. Oh, God. I don't have sound. Hold on. Let's get the sound working. Hey, hold on. What's up, everybody? Backyard Politics. I got your package in the mail. Thank you so much. It was so sweet of you. I really appreciate that. What's up, Terrence, Lawrence? Hey, Zeus, Renee, Zach, Steven, Truth to Tweet. What's up, Humanity? Renee. Little Rock, Elevators, Ryan Johnson. Love you, man. Polish Hammer, what's going on? Yeah, back here. That was so sweet. Thank you so much. And thank you for the shirt. I'll wear it on one of the shows. You guys, if you go to my grandma.com, there's a P.O. box. So thank you so much for that. I want to just tweet out real quick to the Twitterverse that I'm live. Ladies and gentlemen, live. Boom, youtube.com/grab Elwood. Boom. Bam, shakalaka, ka-clow, ba-boom, ba-click-clack. Bing, boom, pow, pow, bam. There it is, everybody. So tell me if there's any buffering, because I got in the mail on yesterday, from Snork Y2K. If he shows up today, show him some love. A like fucking 50-foot, I don't even need this much, it's coiled up behind my TV, Ethernet cable. So I am hardwired in to the show today, folks. Let me know if there's any buffering, because it probably should not be happening. We're doing it live. Fuck it, we're doing it live. Guess who's back? Back again. Jay-Z's back. Say amen. Jesus is back in town, and this time he's pissed off. This is Jesus Part 2. We should not have any buffering problems, because that was the issue. Was I didn't have an Ethernet cable that was long enough, so I was using Wi-Fi. So even though I have very fast internet, it was still, you got to go hard and wire into it. So we should have sweet internet. I ordered the Camlink thing. So Jordan Sheridan has tested positive for coronavirus. Oh, man, that sucks. God, I hope he's all right. Oh, we must free ourselves from the notion that the Democratic Party is somehow the lesser of two evils this time around. Might have been true years ago, but now we know for sure. Like, this was the last shot that maybe something could sneak through, but it's not. Oh. You spoke about Churchill and England on Jimmy's show during the war. It was not just England, for fuck's sake. Alistair, sounds like the all caps thing I'm going to just respond to this one. If you get all cappy and weird, we're going to block you. But the point I was making, and obviously you missed that point, which is why you're overreacting with an all caps thing. I was just talking about Winston Churchill was one person who seized the moment in comparison to what Bernie should have done. Yeah, I'm aware there was other countries in World War II. I didn't know. But a bunch of people seized the moment. I've read a book on Winston Churchill, so I saw how he did it, and he seized the moment. Other people seized the moment. FDR, people like that, seized the moment. In the middle of a great crisis, they seized the moment. Bernie didn't. That was the analogy. If you missed that, maybe you should pay attention more and stop with the all caps. Teresa Radford for Portland Mayor, vote May 19th. Did I see, Graham, did you see the Chris Hedges interview with ex-NSA? They talk about tech weapons. Can you look at it and break it down for me, us later? I'm too stupid to get how it works. I'll tweet you. Yeah, thank you. You know what? Maybe I'll look for that right now and just, oh, there it is. Boom. Okay, yeah, thank you for sending this to me on Twitter. Now I can bookmark this interview. Wow, interview, the video, unavailable. Man, that was quick. Video is unavailable. Jesus, they just scrubbed that shit really quick. Good Lord. Good Lord. Oh man, that was quick. Churchill was a racist, genocidal madman. Yeah, as I've said before, and it's weird how people can't hear, like they only hear one thing. I said he was very racist towards India and all that, but he did some very critical things to fight the Nazis. And again, this is the thing that drives me nuts when people miss an analogy. It's like I'm making an analogy about somebody seizing the moment and how Bernie should have done that, and then Churchill, he just that overreacting is just so brilliant to me. How devoid of logic it is. Yeah. The stimulus is not an advance on future tax returns. Man, I hope you're right. I hope you're right. From what I heard, it is. I mean, I hope you're right, but I don't trust this government at all. I hope it's just $1,200 and we all get to keep. But it's a 900-page bill. The stimulus was 900 pages. So it was the UK during the war, not England. You know, I'm an American, so UK, England, whatever. It's all the fucking same to me. Specific for you, difference, fine, great. In America, we say England, UK. We don't know the fucking difference and don't care. Here's a recipe for a smoothie: 1% milk, ice, ripe banana, powdered peanuts, dark cocoa powder, Ovaltine. Oh, here's what this is: unsweetened organic unsweetened organic almond milk. I haven't drank cow's milk in decades, but a lot of times the vegan milks that they put sugar in. It's like, I don't need it to be sweet. In America, they got to put sugar in everything. So, I just got a brain freeze. Unsweetened organic almond milk, frozen half of an organic banana, frozen strawberries. See, this is the trick I learned years ago. You can use ice if you want, but if you just freeze your fruit, then you don't have to put ice in there. And it makes the smoothie. I just like it's like a thicker, the ice, I don't know. And then you got to make all this ice, and that's a constant thing. So you just freeze the fruit, especially like bananas. Why I always freeze it? Because when a banana starts to get brown, they get brown so quick. Cut them into 2 or 3 pieces, put them in a Ziploc bag or something like that in your freezer. Boom. So it's organic bananas and strawberries, power greens, which has got like and then yes, there is protein in it. Then I put unsweetened organic peanut butter. Again, you don't need to put fucking sugar into peanut butter. God, America puts sugar in everything. And then I put vegan protein powder. So good. God, I love smoothies. Smoothies. All right. Thanks for putting my merch online. Yeah, thank you. It is buffering? It's buffering. Someone's saying it's buffering. I saw a hashtag buffering. Anyone else getting it buffering? My stream health, I'm going to check my stream health right now because it shouldn't be. It should not be. Let me know. Stream health is good on my end. The health is good. The health of my stream is good. No buffering here, no buffering here, no buffering for me, no buffering for you, no buffering. Okay, one person just had a problem on your end. Okay, great. Good. So it should be really, buffering is better in the last week. So good. Excellent. Okay, that's good to hear. It's just on one person's end. So again, if you just tuned in, first of all, hit the like button. 236 people watching, 63 likes. The reason I'm not buffering is thanks to SnorkY2K, who sent me a like a really long Ethernet cable because I have 500 megabytes internet, megabytes per second. But as I stated, my router's over there, so boom, we got it all good. What's up, Mike? What's up? Susie Q. 30,000 per person. We gave Wall Street, and they will buy our foreclosed homes with it. God, I know. Thanks, Mitch. Appreciate it. Buffering it for justice. Fantastic. Hello. 4.25 trillion bail. Always vote for principle, though you may vote alone, and you may cherish the sweetest reflection that your vote is never lost. Oh, wow. Nice. John Quincy Adams. Big Irv Express, shave your knuckles for justice. Great way to support the show is do what Big Irv Express is doing. Hit the dollar icon, the super chat. Yeah, I'm all for building a Green Party, building up the Green Party. I'm all for getting the People's Party going, or maybe a coalition, the people and Green together. I don't know. I think, I really think, well, definitely done with the Democratic Party. I'm completely done. I'm just done. I'm not even. And I've even had some candidates reach out to me. I'm a progressive and I'm running against this person, this corporate Democrat, and I'm going to primary them. And I'm okay, great, good for you. And I'll have some of them on the show, but I tell you what, I'm going to ask them point blank, if you win and they come to you, and they will, and tell you, you better play ball, what are you going to say? Or rather, how long are you going to hold out before they force you to? Look, we were AOC, the squad, they're all backing Biden. Boo, I'm done with them. I'm really done. I'm done. So that's the thing. Like, the Socialist Equality Party. Yeah, we need a party that is, if we do create a new third party, it needs to be really focused on labor, especially now. This is the moment to seize that. You know what I mean? Because we have, right now, we're seeing how important labor is. So, hold on a sec. I gotta make a quick adjustment. Boom, boom, pow. Make sure we got that. You got that where we need it to be? Okay, good. To 314 watching, 108 likes. Really hit the like button. Hit the like button. That's a great way to support the show. All that stuff, all those analytics and stuff matter. Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Heldt. You're watching The Political Vigilante. Now more than ever, workers have the leverage in the middle of this pandemic. We are seeing it now more than ever. And this is why it is so critical for a number of things to happen. First of all, a third party that focuses on labor. really focuses on labor, like a workers' party. I like the Green Party, I like Moving for a People's Party, but we really got to focus one that's on labor, that's going to really get the whole country to join and understand, because this is the only time minimum wage workers, $10, $15 an hour workers, have the power. They've never had it. Last time they had it was probably during the Great Depression. So this is the time. This is the time we all need to understand this. This is why there's some 30 fast food restaurants that have all gone on strike. A week ago, one McDonald's in Crenshaw had an employee report that they were positive for COVID-19, and they didn't do anything about it. They didn't clean them for the workers. They didn't make it safer for the workers or the customers. They didn't give them gloves and masks and all. They didn't do any of that stuff. So they went on strike. The way they went on strike, in keeping with social distancing, because you can only go on strike, or excuse me, you can only order food now through drive-thrus, basically, at this McDonald's and numerous other fast food places all over the country, right? So they all got in their cars, put strike signs on their cars, and they did a picket line with their cars. So nobody could go through the drive-thru. The Amazon worker strike. Jeff Bezos fired a strike worker. Now is the moment. And now is the moment to unify all of these people. Everyone's understanding. Has anyone been like understanding how important it is until now? Did anybody realize how important the worker is? The person who works at the cash register at the grocery store, the person bagging groceries, the delivery trucks, obviously all the medical staff. But the medical staff, and hats off to anybody who works in the medical profession, but they'll be the first to tell you, hey, I knew the risk when I signed up for this. Nobody said, oh, I want to make minimum wage flipping burgers, and I'm going to put my life on the line flipping burgers. I'm going to put my life on the line being a cashier at a grocery store. I'm going to put my life on. Nobody said that when they got into those jobs. And now that they are, now is the time. Now is the time to organize a third party, a labor party. We're not hearing right now, well, how are we going to pay for it? How are we going to pay for it? Nobody's saying that, right? No, they were saying that a month ago. How are we going to pay for Medicare for all? No one's saying that now. And that stimulus bill, which was largely bullshit that both parties signed on for, 96-0 in the Senate. Even AOC and Bernie and the squad, they made those big speeches, just to blame the Republicans. That's part of the political theater of this bullshit two-party system. AOC voted for it. It's a hidden vote. That's AOC voted for it. Anyway, in that bill, $4.25 trillion for the banks and big corporations. The only power we have is to shut their system down. We're seeing, this pandemic is seeing in real time, especially here in America, how brutal and dangerous capitalism is. A for-profit healthcare system is literally killing people. Profit over people is killing people. People are dying because of this. Mario Cuomo is not some hero, or whatever his first name, whichever Cuomo, nipple pierce one it is. He, for the last 10 years as the governor of the state of New York, has been shutting down hospitals. They have 20,000 less hospital beds. That is killing people in New York City right now, today. Governor Gavin Newsom of California, he sounds so presidential. He, last Friday, April 3rd, approved 24 fracking permits. So while we're in the middle of a pandemic, people can't work. We are facing, right now, today, we have 10% unemployment. That number is going to climb to 20 or 30% by the summer. Still okay to start fracking. Today, now is when we have the time for a general strike and to form a third labor party. Because this fall, it's going to be voting for the lesser of two rapists. The coked out one who sits in a tanning salon, or the one with dementia? That's American politics. Shave your knuckles for justice. Now's the time. Boom, everybody. Boom, boom, pow. Sat through a Trump ad so you get money. Haha. Yeah, well, the funny thing is now Trump has to pay me when you watch those ads. 389 people watching, 150 likes. Yes, so a meth head or a pedophile. Yeah, that's my joke. Thank you so much. What about no party and just rolling strikes called the workers on one day a week, and some people just don't go to work? Well, interesting. What's up, Dana? Yeah. Being sober is no fun anymore. I love being sober. Graham, would you have a Richard Weiner on your show? I don't know. DB Cooper. Ron Placone's mic for 2024. Funny. Nationalize Amazon. That is a great idea. We should push to nationalize the Amazon. Sorry, Jeff, you don't get billions of dollars. You made plenty of money off of it. Thank you. You got you got you hundreds of billions of dollars. Now the whole country, because it's important. We're seeing how important it is. We're seeing how important it is. Let's answer some super chat. Shave your knuckles for justice. Boom. Brogressive. Been learning more about the stimulus bill. I feel like I have been violated by Ron Placone's mic. Yeah, look, that bill is deliberately long and complicated and convoluted. It's 900 pages. That's 24 hours. If you just sat and read it all the way through, it'd take you 24 hours to read it. Fuck, how long was War and Peace? 900 pages. They wanted all this buried and blah, blah, blah. And then you'll just go to the news, the corporate media. They'll break it down for you. That's what this is. Such a scam. Alderman Gomez, shave your knuckles for justice. Thumbs up. Darth Buzzkill. Boom. You're making Gartham great again, Dartham. If you gave Joe Biden an enema, you could bury him in a matchbox. Christopher Hitchens used this line when discussing the death of Jerry Falwell. That's a great line. Thank you. Shammy Davis Jr. Boom. The $1,200 they are sending out some days to keep people from rioting after Wall Street got $4.25 trillion preemptive bailout. Yeah. No, they're going to, when the unemployment's going to keep rising, it's going to keep rising. It's going to keep rising. I just watched some economists talk, and they were very optimistic, like, hey, when this pandemic's done, the economy is going to come back to like 80%. And I was like, that's 20% unemployment. That's a depression. We have 10% today. We had 10 million unemployment claims in a week, and another 10, 15 million just happened. Like, it's crazy. And they're going to just give us 1,200 here, and oh, you got your unemployment, and okay. Little breadcrumbs to keep you from rioting, a little something to keep you from rioting. When the riots start to happen, just watch. There's going to be food riots. It's going to be brutal, man. And we got to be the eye of the storm. I'm going to try to be the eye of the storm. Calm, keep it honest, fun, bring out information and entertainment, but there's a storm coming, and we got to be the eye of it. Us, lefty socialist, anti-war socialists. I can't even call myself a progressive anymore. We have to be the eye of the storm, because everyone, the neoliberals, are they're going to run around and go, Joe Biden, it's Trump's fault. Yeah, Trump's a moron, but if Trump gives everybody Medicare for all and UBI, he'll just out-left the corporate Democrats, and Bernie will go along and say, boom. Jimmy Dore Show. What's up, Jimmy? Fun having you on the comedy show last night. Folks, we did the comedy show on Zoom last night. It was a lot of fun. Jimmy and Steph popped in. If you are a Patreon supporter, I will be dropping it later tonight, so you get to watch it if you missed the show last night. And then go to grahamelwood.com. All my merch is available. Everything includes free shipping. I have the old school Make Gotham Great Again shirts. I won't be making any more of those, so whenever that sells out, it's gone. The Political Vigilante shirts, those are for sale. Go to the store. And I got orders Thursday night and Friday. They've all went out. So any orders that came in last night or today, they will go out tomorrow. I put everything in the mail the next day. I ship on time, kids. Vegan guns. Jimmy Dore Show. If you were gay, would you be into Jimmy Dore or Ron Placone? Oh, I don't know. It's a tough call. Tough call. I don't know. Both guys are really good looking, strong, sturdy fellows. I don't know. That's a tough one, Jimmy. I have to figure that out. These are the kind of hard-hitting topics we're going to cover today on Easter Sunday. Jesus is back in town, and this time he's pissed off. Jesus, the second coming. The Jimmy Dore Show. Hey, Jimmy, how you doing, everybody? 75 past the hour, traffic on the days. Would you... Would you jerk off with Harvey Weinstein for a starring role in the movie? Be honest. Hashtag not judging. It's a fair question, Jimmy. It's a fair question. I would have to say no. No. But thanks for not judging me, man. I mean, it depends on the movie, you know what I mean? If it was like fun, like a comedy, or if I could, maybe I could win an Oscar, like, oh, I play some brooding guy. I don't know. I'm not saying no. If you let me direct it and have final cut, yeah, I would. Then I would. Jack Wagon. A Gray, what's up, A Gray? At Jimmy Dore Show. Graham's a catcher, not a pitcher. Thanks. Thank you, A Gray, for defending my honor. I appreciate it. SRP Major, what's up? Thank you from New Zealand for supporting the show. Really appreciate it, everybody. Hello, everybody. 448 watching, 191 likes. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Why do we seem to interject sexuality when non-applicable? I don't know. Ask Jimmy Dore. LAPD nor the sheriff's office are wearing PPEs while on patrol. Hold on, that just jumped on me. When on patrol. That's weird. One of the neatest things about this last election season has been meeting you, Fee, Pasta, Nico, Kim, and Ron. I already met Jimmy, Stephen Lee, and was a big fan of theirs. Right on, thank you. Got myself in CBD oil. Because progressives are perverts too. That's funny. What's up, Rick O'Brien? Kindly hit the like button, everybody. Hit that like button. If you must pick between ending the wars and sanctions or deleting the student loans and free healthcare, what would you pick, Graham? Wow, man. Oh, dude. That's a great question, Persian Kickboxer. If you must pick between ending the wars and the sanctions or deleting the student loans and free healthcare, what would you pick? Oh, God, what a brutal question. What a brutal thing to have to pick. Well, first I'll say this. We shouldn't have to pick. We should have all of those things. So I'm going to say that first. We shouldn't have to pick between those things. And if you watch all of my MMT playlist, you'll see that we don't have to pick. We shouldn't have to. We should, because it's not. And we're seeing the stimulus shows. When I talk about no one's asking how we're going to pay for it, they just gave $420. Where'd that money come from? Oh, the Federal Reserve just. I've shown the video. Ben Bernanke saying, "Oh yeah, it's just a line item and a thing. We just create the money, and there it is." He said it. He said it. That's how the Fed creates money. So we shouldn't have to choose. We shouldn't have to choose. That is a tough one. God, that is a tough one. If I had to, though, oh God. I think I would. God, I don't know. Most money is created by the banks. This dude is a communist. End war, no contest. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if you had to make that decision, it would be what would help the most people. And ending America's war machine would help the most people. It really would. Medicare for all and ending student debt would help the most Americans beyond a shadow of a doubt. But I think the overall effects that would long-term help the world and America standing in the world would be ending all of the wars. That's what I think. But again, we don't have to choose. We shouldn't have to choose. When they talk, oh, taxes, how are we going to pay for it? That's they're trying to trick us into thinking that we have to choose, when that's not the reality. Good answer, bro. Thanks, dude. If we can afford all this unemployment and care for one illness during a crappy economy, we can pay for Medicare for all and free college. Absolutely. Haven't heard from Tulsi in a while. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Hit that like button. Only 229 likes, but there's 465 of you watching. Like it up. Like the like button. Like it, like. Did I hear about Jordan Sheridan? Yes, I did. Show Jordan some love, man. Send him some love online. Let's hope he gets well soon. Jordan's a good man. I saw you perform with Jimmy Flappers October 12th, 2018, when Jimmy went to go pee. You did that hilarious Code Pink gyrating Medea Benjamin. Oh, thanks, Skibby. That was Medea Benjamin's awesome. She's so fucking. She's such a badass. She is such a badass. The U.S. Navy is setting up a drug trafficking blockade to keep medical and food and illegal sanctions in force. Oh, God, it's awful. We know what they want to do. Now we insist on our own narrative, and they just stopped the world economy because they saw humans are more important. They have no counter to our socialist needs now. Exactly. Taxing the rich is idealistic as it is unnecessary with fiat currency and the Fed. Sure, but we need to tax the rich morally, for moral reasons. And it's also a great argument with the how are we going to pay for it crowd. I always go, okay, if you can't understand MMT, I always go, Amazon and those companies paid $11.2 billion had $11.2 billion in profits and paid $0 in taxes. If we taxed all those people, we should tax them. They should want to be taxed, because the alternative is we come hunt them down. That's the alternative. So they need to think about that. Let's answer some more super chats. Darth Buzzkill, boom. LOL, Graham was warming up for his political run. Boom. Oh man, if I ran, they wouldn't know what hit him. If I had some real money behind me and could be a legitimate candidate, not just some token outsider, they wouldn't know what to do. I would be so great. Oh God, it'd be so great. I'd run like I would be like a progressive lefty Trump. Trump just called out their bullshit, but he did it in his racist, xenophobic way. I would do it in the lefty way. I would just nah. I wouldn't be worried about I'm going to stab my political career if I say that. If I go against them, I'm in trouble. I don't care. Give a shit. Be awesome. George Allen, shave your knuckles for justice, George. There you are. Vote blue, no matter who. Until we turn blue, hold your nose and vote for Biden. There, sniff someone's hair from 6 feet away. You gotta vote blue, no matter who. Because they always just, well, then what are you gonna vote for, Trump? Is that what you're gonna vote for, Trump? There's more than two choices. Name one other aspect in American culture where people would tolerate only two choices. If you went to the grocery store and saw that, we're like, what is this, Russia? And name it. You only got 2 cars to choose from. Only 2 cell phone companies. Only 2 restaurants to choose from. Only 2 pairs of 2 different shoes. Nike or Adidas. That's it. That's it. And only 2 styles. That's it. Nowhere else. Nowhere else. You went in the beverage aisle at your grocery store. There's 3 dozen choices. Just right. Healthy drink, sugar, no sugar, juice, whatever. Imagine just 2. There's Coke on one aisle and Pepsi. And all you had was the bullshit variations. You know, oh, there's Pepsi free. There's Coke Zero. There's cherry flavored Pepsi. Wow. Lemon lime Coke Zero. Wow, such choices. That's what all this that's what the squad and Tulsi and Bernie, they're just, oh, Rand Paul. If you're in either one of those filthy fucking parties, you are bullshit. You're bullshit. Oh yeah, but they voted for them. Okay, but when push comes to shove, they will never truly resist. And both parties make it very clear. You can fight against the other party, but you can't call out the corruption within this party. You can't. And if you do, you're fried. They both do that. Nuts. Vote for God, our last hope. Thank you. Hey, Jimmy Dorshow, pass the good stuff over here. Graham said he's not into you. He likes me. Sorry. Hashtag General Strike. Stay home. Save lives. Oh, God. Is that Ron's screen name? Farkas Garvey. Shave your knuckles for justice, Farkas. Thank you for supporting the show. Biden said he can't remember a worse pandemic. I can't remember a worse pandemic. It's because there hasn't been one, Joe. It's criminal what his family is allowing to happen. That his family, his wife, his daughter are letting him do this. It's unbelievable. It's not fair. It's awful what they're doing. Hit the like button, everybody. 273 likes. Hit the like. Jubilee 2020. Bernie still resists. How many bad votes has he made in his career? Very few. Sure, I get that. But Bernie's resistance is will reform from within. And I don't think Bernie, and I talked about this on Jimmy's show, I don't think Bernie is like some deep state operative, but the powerful, they know how to manipulate him. He gets everybody to look what's happened. Look what we've done in 2016 and 2020. Everybody on the left, the real left, we all followed Bernie and gave him our money and went to his rallies and canvassed and phone bank and all that stuff that many of you have done, and hats off to you for doing that. They knew that if they let Bernie get up there, they gave Bernie a room to go, and they know they would never allow him to the top. And the key ingredient, though, they knew he would never really call it out. Because if Bernie would have said, I'm starting a third party after 2016, or even in 2018, remember the draft Bernie people? Ron Placone was part of that. He said, Graham, I went there. He said it on this show. He said it on his show. He said it on Jimmy's show. It was, Graham, we went there with all the signatures, and Bernie said no. Because I sat next to Tulsi at Jimmy's show, and she said no. She said they won't do it. And that you have to ask some questions about. You have to be a little suspicious. Two 494 watching, 298. My name's Graham Hill. You're watching The Political Vigilante. So why didn't Bernie ever start a third party? He still resists, yes. But his thing is like reform from within. And the powerful, I don't think Bernie, as I said, I don't think he's some deep state operative that was planted to be controlled opposition. I think the truly powerful people and the people who run the Democrat and the ruling class that controls both parties, they knew, we'll give Bernie some room, let him do his thing. And then we'll stop him from getting to the top of the mountain. And we know at the end of the day, he won't call it out. Hillary Clinton said this in the Hulu documentary. Because think about this. All of the people that have rallied around Bernie, all of us, many of you, spent your time and energy in canvassing, and I really appreciate that. That's amazing. That's all. But Bernie got everybody on the left together, all the label people, all the stuff. And if Bernie would have started a third party, then they would have clamped down on him hard. Then he would have got a nice little Bobby Kennedy. You know, they would have Bobby Kennedy him. Something like that would have happened. Because that's their biggest fear. The two-party system fear is, 30 million, 40 million people saying fuck this and starting their own party. And if they were led, but why did Bernie never start it? Chris Hedges and Cornel West said after the 2016 election, Bernie missed his opportunity. The draft Bernie movement went to him with signatures. Ron Placone was involved in that. And said, start a third party. And everyone would have followed him. And you know who else would have come along, especially if he brought Tulsi with him and Nina Turner and even AOC. You know what would have happened? All those independents would have jumped on board. Probably some libertarians would have jumped on board. And that biggest voting block of all didn't vote. That voting block, did you know in the 2016 election that if didn't vote was a candidate, that candidate would have won in an electoral landslide? There's over 100-some million people that didn't vote. A bunch of them, I bet you, feel very disenfranchised and unrepresented, and nobody gives a shit about them. Had Bernie started a third party, those people would have woken up. And the ruling class cannot have high voter turnout, even though the whole election thing is rigged. But they know they can rig it. It's easy to rig it, gerrymander, voter purging, shut it down when not that many people are voting. But if you had 150 million people all voting for this one party, people would be like, no, and they would get involved, and they would be kind of say, no, and they can't have that. So Bernie was conveniently allowed to sheep herd everybody, to dead end any possibility of a third party. And now he acquiesces again at the worst moment. He was given this moment in history. It's as though God said, Bernie, now is the time. And he went, Noah, build a boat. I'm not a big sailor guy. That's literally what happened. This was the perfect moment tailor-made for Bernie Sanders to go, now is the time. What does America need most right now? They need Medicare for all. They need UBI. They need federal job guarantees. America right now, and the world, but America specifically, needs student debt forgiveness. We need to stop spending money on all these goddamn wars and beat this pandemic. We need to stop the sanctions and fight this pandemic. We need to put the whole country together to work. And putting everybody to work, we need a Green New Deal. Fighting and being ready for the next pandemic would be part of a Green New Deal. Bernie Sanders, now is your moment. You are standing at the perfect crossroads of history. Luck is the convergence of preparedness and timing. This was your moment. No, Joe Biden's a decent man. Now is not the time for Medicare for all, Bernie said. He missed his moment and history. And the ruling class knew he would act this way. He knew it. People the reason we talk about critical people throughout history. Dr. Martin Luther King was just some Southern preacher. There's a million of them down there. A million preachers. There's a million today. There's a black preacher in the South. Great. He saw the moment and said, this ain't right. I'm standing up. That's why we're talking about it. Cassius Clay, just another boxer. There's a million. An inner city kid boxer. Great. Where's he from? Louisville. Somebody stole this 10-speed bike and he started to get in a boxing ring. There's a million stories like that. There's a million stories. Oh, he's champion of the world. He just wanted to be champion of the world. While he was champion of the world with all that influence, he went, wait a minute. Vietnam War, this ain't right. The way black people are treated in this country is not right. He saw this moment in history and said, I have power, I have influence, I'm not doing it. But this is what we should expect. Kaepernick, the only guy to really take a stand, lost his job. LeBron James talks about it, and he does some good charity work and stuff, but LeBron James isn't, they're not going to do it. Bernie's moment, and he missed it. History gave him this moment, and he said, nah, I'm good. FDR. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself, but right now we're going to I don't want to make waves. They wanted to have a coup against FDR. Smedley Butler, and I did a video on this, the most highly decorated Marine in America's history who wrote a book, War is a Racket. After FDR got elected, a bunch of capitalists wanted to start a coup against FDR, and they tried to recruit Smedley Butler, and he said no. FDR saw his moment in history, saw his time, his opportunity, and went, I'm going to do the right thing here. Save America from the Great Depression and save America and pull us out of the Great Depression by fighting Hitler. A man that wanted to put human beings, and did, into ovens. Great moments are born out of great opportunity. Bernie missed it. Crisis does not create character, it reveals it. And in this crisis, Bernie was revealed to who he was. A pretty good career politician that's going to play within the rules, not the leader of a movement. The leader of a campaign. He got a lot of us involved. He inspired a lot of us. And thank you for that, Bernie. I appreciate that. But this was the moment. That March 15th debate, I will never forget it. This was his time. And I went, this is it. This is the last shot. And I sat there and watched it. And Ron Placone and I did it live. And it's still in my archives. And we watched Bernie kind of go, sort of, a couple of shots at Biden, but didn't go, I'm your leader. This guy's not qualified. He doesn't have the mental acuity. And 8 years, him and Obama didn't work. Medicare for all, democratic socialism. I'm going to lead us out of this. Trump doesn't know what he's doing. Biden doesn't know he had his chance. I'm the guy. And he didn't. And he didn't. I could stay another hour making another Abraham Lincoln, anybody. All these moments, they were dropped in the middle of this critical moment in history. And they said, okay, this is what's best for everybody. I have to do this. Bernie didn't. Bernie didn't. Shave your knuckles for justice. Hit the like button, everybody. $548 watching, 321 likes. Hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button. Let's read some super chats. Darth Buzzkill, shave your knuckles for justice. What did you think of Trump's first ad against Biden? Talk about cracking an egg with a sledgehammer. Why didn't Bernie put out ads like this? Exactly. Why didn't we? exactly. Why didn't Bernie he couldn't play ads in South Carolina showing Joe Biden saying, I'm going to gut Social Security. He should have said, Joe Biden, hey, all of the black voters in South Carolina and Michigan, everybody, he voted for the crime bill. Joe Biden did that. Here's me arguing against it. And he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it. And now, and all of the thing that I've been saying since we've all been saying this, Trump's going to crush him. Trump is going to crush Joe Biden. His first ad, Biden's ding dong. You think Trump's going to, Trump's not going to go, my good friend, Joe Biden. He said Bernie said he's a decent man. A rapist with dementia is a decent man. A man that helped Obama take us from 2 wars to 7 is a decent man. When they dropped more bombs than Bush, that was decent. When 6 million foreclosures happened, the banks ran away with more money than they've ever had until this stimulus, that was decent. Going to Flint, Michigan, and going, the water's fine. I actually just drank more water than Obama did. He just faked it. That was decent. The only way Biden wins is if Trump bungles this pandemic so bad that there's like bodies stacking up and everyone's broke and starving but if Trump's talking about if he gives people Medicare for all, and if he's forced to do that, which he probably will be if it gets so bad, and he gives everybody Medicare for all and UBI, he'll say this pandemic came and I helped you out of it. And what are they going to do? That first ad that Trump just did, that's just a taste, man. What do you think the debate's going to look like? Trump said, I'm not going to do a debate because he thought it was going to be Bernie. He just did backflips when Bernie dropped out. Bernie would have kicked his ass. He knows this. Bernie would have kicked his ass. The biggest obstacle to Bernie Sanders becoming president of the United States of America was the goddamn Democratic Party, and he wouldn't fight them. Trump became president because he said, fuck you to the Republican Party. He said, fuck you. Balthazar 228. Balthazar, I'm going to need you to shave your knuckles, and I want you to do it for one reason and one reason only. Justice. Are you ready for Joe to nominate HRC as his VP, and then the DNC declares him unfit? He said he was open to another Republican as VP. I'm telling you, I've been saying this. Hillary's sneaking around somewhere. She's hiding in the shadows, waiting for her moment. And if he names her VP, Joe Biden will be unfit. Believe me. She will prop him up long enough to get through the election. God, she's lurking around somewhere. Just so Bernie could be president. But instead he said, I want to go down in history as this generation's Adlai Stevenson. And there's a lot of things to be grateful for Bernie for and to be positive about, and I support all that. And if some of you are really hurt and frustrated and don't want to be too hard on him, I get that, and I'm not mad at any of you that are still sort of defending him. Go for it. Me personally, Graham Elwood, I gave this man my fucking money. I went to his rallies. I did videos on him. I helped promote him. I brought on his supporters and surrogates on this show and gave them fucking free advertising. I'm not a huge show, but I gave Dr. Victoria Dooley. She seems like I don't know her personally. She seems like an honorable person, man. What about all those people? What about David Bethia that I had on the show? He's a canvasser. He's struggling to pay his bills. And he said, fuck this, I'm going to go canvas for, what are all of you that canvas in a phone bank? All of you. I feel very angry. I feel very betrayed. But I'm not going to hang it all on him because he's just part of a very corrupt system. And I have to look myself in the mirror and go, okay, I held out just an inkling of hope. This was my last, maybe, and I was cautiously optimistic. Okay, that's on me. Fool me twice. Shame on me. Never again. Never again. The Democratic Party can go fuck itself in a ball of fire into hell, along with the goddamn Republicans who are right-wing fascists. The Democrats are, this oligarchy has to end. Get out of my way, two-party system. We need you to end. And the billionaires better understand this. When there's 50 to 100 million people unemployed this summer, they're going to be hungry. And $1,200 ain't going to fix it. And cops are going to start going, I'm not evicting these people. I'm not kicking people out of their homes. That's my brother that got evicted. That's my aunt. That's my cousin. That's my mom. I'm not going to get shot because this billionaire corporation wants to take this person's home. I'm not getting shot for that. That's what's going to, the cops are going to go, fuck that. They're going to side with the people. Because when you got 100 million hungry, broke people, all of a sudden the play by the rules kind of stops. Keith and Ramraj, shaving knuckles for justice. Hey, at Graham Elwood, at Jimmy Dorsher, thank you for embodying truth. You should go down in history as the root of the workers' piece de resistance, heroes. Oh, man. See, here's the thing. Thank you for that. I've never wanted to be a politician. Have I entertained the idea of being president? Sure, just like any kid has. Like, wouldn't it be neat to win the Super Bowl or fly around the moon or whatever the fuck? Be the first astronaut to discover the underside of the flat Earth. No, I'm not a wingnut. The Earth is round. But again, and I'm not looking to start a campaign. I don't want to go. I'm not going to go get signed. I'm not going to do that. But if the history put me in a place where now is the time for me to do it, I would do it. I would go, okay, I guess God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, wants me to do this, and I would. And if a bunch of people came to me and said, Graham, we need you. I'd go, are you sure? And if they said you, I'd go, okay, I'll do it. And here's how I'm doing it my way. But I wouldn't go, I wouldn't back down. I wouldn't bust my ass. And what the fuck is the point of going on and doing all these campaigns and getting these people? And I keep saying the same thing. Balthazar 228, shaving knuckles for justice. The DNC likes to resist because they can't fight. Yes, they're the Washington Generals. Do you know that reference? The Harlem Globetrotters have been playing the same team, and the Washington Generals always lose. It's the Harlem Globetrotters. They're putting on a show. That's not a real basketball game. They put on a show, and the Generals always lose. That's the Democratic Party, the Washington Generals. Oh man, this is their year though. They're due. Oh man, naughty vegan. What's up, brother? Someone should bait Biden, be gone with a pretty young lady, but load her hair and neck with hot pepper. Please take a good one. Oh, God. Or just like glue. So he goes, hi, and then his face is stuck to it. And she's like, get off me. Oh, God, that'd be great. Hot pepper? I love that, naughty vegan. George Allen, shaving knuckles for justice. They've forgotten very quickly how bad Biden was not long ago, yelling at voters. Oh yeah, that's the insanity of the any blue will do. This is literally the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. They really think that someone that's less of a candidate than, like Hillary ran an awful campaign, right? Didn't go to Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. But she still energized a lot of people. There's a lot of people, women, first female president. Biden doesn't even have that. She ran a horrible campaign and lost. He's going to get crushed. She didn't have dementia. He can't even. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Melissa H. Bernie believes in our system, unfortunately. Yeah, you're right. And I think that's his great flaw. He believes in the system, fight within the system. And the system is completely corrupt and broken. And he knows this. And he knows this is what's just so hard to swallow for me, or what makes me angry or confused or whatever, or betrayed, is he knows this. He knows how corrupt it is, but still at the end of the day, fight within the system. It's such a bummer. It's such a bummer. Emberg 33, boom. Nick Brown, a debate on robust opposition tonight. Ooh, cool. Yeah, check out People's Party. Danny O'Brien, what's up, Danny? Did you see Reverend Jayappa proposal on the stimulus? Yeah, we'll see. But, you know, yeah, there's going to need to be another stimulus bill. But what she proposes and what gets voted on, what actually happens, will be two very different things. You know, 384 likes. Hit the like button. Come on, you guys. Bernie is a pedo defender. Yeah. Joe Biden is a rapist pedophile, and Bernie's calling him decent and his friend. Look, look, fat, I know you're the scum of the earth and should go die in a hole, but they're the facts. I'm going to harass you and blame you when I lose, Jack. This is great. Who's going to lead the progressive movement now? I don't know, man. I brought way too much ginger from the store. Does anyone have on tips of what to use a lot of ginger for? Boy, I don't know. Give AS Van Hose a little tip on that. There's got to be some ginger. Be nice. You can disagree with each other in the chat, but you start insulting each other. I got to shut that down. So what about Dr. Anthony Fauci that killing people all over the world with this dumb shit? I don't know about that. Just vote for the other Biden. Shave your knuckles for justice. It's Elwood. Candy the ginger. Ooh, that's good to know. Do you think Biden will even make it to November? Will his decline be too much? That's a great question. I don't think so, and I think that's by design. They know his decline is going to get worse and worse. So what's either going to happen is his VP, which if it's Hillary or Warren or someone like that, Kamala, they'll just ascend. They'll literally leapfrog over Bernie. Bernie will let it happen. Or somebody, they're going to just push Cuomo or Gavin Newsom or somebody like that in there. Yeah. They'll try to maybe sneak Liz Warren somewhere in on the ticket to fool Bernie supporters. Well, she's pretty progressive. I will not vote for Liz Warren. Obama is the deporter in chief. Joe won't be the nominee. Yeah, I tend to agree with you, Victory Jen. I don't know, man. Make ginger ale. Leo, what's up? Do you know that the Rising's crystal ball retracted the report that AOC was the only Democrat to vote against the stimulus bill? Where was Tulsi on this? She voted for it. They all voted for it. And AOC lied. Apparently, Jimmy just put out a video. I haven't watched it yet, but he's got the evidence apparently to show that AOC did vote for it. And all of her, I didn't vote for it, I don't stand for this bill, was just all theatrics. And then she goes delivered food, which, gee, that's a nice gesture in and of itself. But if you really want to help their constituents, you'd vote against this bill. So don't trust the Democrats. Don't trust the Republicans. They're all filthy parasites. You can cook up all the ginger you like while making a hot toddy and then freeze it. You'll have the best medicine for a cold and enough to last a year. Oh, wow. Cool. Biden and Greta as VP. Is there a recoding of the House voice vote? That's the thing. I don't know that there is. Bill Gates is getting slaughtered on his Instagram post. People are like, awesome. I did a video on that. I'm going to have Whitney Webb back on the show. She did the second part of her series. But yeah, we're going to start going after Billy Gates a little more. Billy Gates, who's been friends with Epstein since 2011. No, that's a lie. He's known Epstein since the late 90s. That was in my video. Hit the like button, everybody. 496 people watching. Where are we at? Let's read some super chats. Balthazar 228, shave them for justice. One of the many people we met on the road during the Progressive Comedy Tour. I miss performing, obviously, a lot. That show we did last night on Zoom with Ron, and then Jimmy and Steph popped in. It was so fun. We're going to do another one again. It was $5. It was cool. I'm going to put the whole show on Patreon. If you're at the $5 level or higher at Patreon, you'll get to watch this. And the other two are already up there. But it's cool. I like Balthazar. I've met other people on the road, which is a really cool thing. And great ways to support the show, patreon.com, rockfin.com, patreon.com/Graham Elwood, rockfin.com/Graham Elwood. Rockfin is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. So when you endorse one of my videos or sign up for the premium, so Rockfin, the way they do it, you can, for $10 a month, you get access to every comedian's premium content, which, by the way, I'll put last night's comedy show also behind the paywall at Rockfin as well. So for $10 a month, you get access to everybody's premium content. Ron, Convo Couch, everybody else that's on there. Nico House is on there. Jackson Facts, other people are joining. So when you sign up through rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, you sign up to Rockfin through my website, my Rockfin page, I get residual income from that. They pay me in crypto. When you endorse my videos, I get paid in crypto. But if you sign up, use the $10 thing through my Rockfin, it's a great way to support the show. I know everyone's on a budget and stuff, so I'm just throwing out all the different ways to support the show. Also, watch the ads all the way through on YouTube. Don't click skip ad. If you click skip ad, I don't get paid. I put all my ads up on Rockfin, so they're all ad-free on Rockfin if you prefer using Rockfin, and again, Patreon. And then I have on my website, grahamelwood.com, there's a P.O. box. People have sent me, some people just prefer sending checks or whatever via the P.O. box, which I appreciate. I've gotten really cool little gifts and stuff. I have a PayPal button if you want to just do a one-time donation, which is really cool. I have a Venmo at Graham-Elwood, which you can just do one-time donations if that's easier for you, if you can't do the monthly or whatever. And then I have my merch is available at grahamelwood.com, the Political Vigilante t-shirt. Boom. That says Make Gotham Great Again. The Earbuds documentary, which is a documentary that I directed about podcasting. Joe Rogan's in it, Aisha Tyler, Mark Maron, all these big podcasters are in it. We go to Australia, Japan. It's really cool. My comedy album, Performing in Afghanistan, called Live from Afghanistan. That's different than Laughghanistan, the documentary. That's available online. And the Comedy Film Guide to Movies. So there's 2 shirts you can buy. There's 2 DVDs and a book. And everything includes free shipping. And it's just me filling the orders in my apartment. I had all this merch, and my web designer, Sparky Pop, put it up there. It's awesome. So it's great ways to support the show. If you're like, Graham, I can't afford monthly or whatever, there's a million ways to support what I'm doing. And so all of it's cool. And if you want a cool, there's a DVD, there's my stand-up album from me, again, performing you can see what performing in Afghanistan is like. And then, and they all include free shipping. And 2 of the products, Live from Afghanistan and the original Make Gotham Great Again t-shirt, which there's limited supply of those, they're on sale. $15, free shipping. Boom. You buy it now, that'll go out in the mail tomorrow. You'll get it next week. Boom, boom, pow. Balthazar 228. Unfortunately, all first past the post-voting systems trend towards 2 parties, but that doesn't mean the Democratic Party can't be sent the way of the Whig Party and replaced by proper Labor Party. Yeah, it's a great point. There's so many things. Starting a good third party and circumventing these parties obviously is critical, but you bring up a great point, which is why we need ranked choice voting. Gavin Newsom was like, I don't know about ranked choice. But so there's not there's not a silver bullet, like start a Labor Party and yay, we did it. We need to reform the whole system from the ground up. But getting a viable third party will put a lot of pressure on. And voting and getting ranked choice. Look, there's state, Maine has ranked choice voting. There's a handful of states that already have it. So that's the thing when I talk about a lot on this show is get it done in your backyard first. Waiting for some progressive to take over the White House and fix everything. I mean, that's, obviously we thought maybe it's going to take more than that. We got to do it on a local level. We start getting ranked choice voting state by state. There you go. It's not complicated. It's very easy. And it's a great system. And it actually represents more. It is more inclusive for parties. And you're right. It's by design to not have ranked choice voting, because then we can just have these 2 corrupt parties, which are run by these same oligarchs to fucking do everything. But it's a great point, Balthazar. Jedi Mullet 77. How is your Jedi Mullet 77 doing? I'm not voting this year. I'm tired of my BS choice of giant douche and turd sandwich. I totally get that. I don't shame or get mad at anybody for feeling that way. Me personally, and I know the whole election system is pretty rigged, but I do believe that even with this rigged system and all this shit, voting third party for me, I feel like, all right, and I'm telling them, fuck your duopoly. I'm voting third party, you know. And there's also always a lot of local ballot measures that matter. The reason we have legalized marijuana in the state of California is because Californians voted for it. Yes, we got a corrupt system. Yes, it's fake, but I still will vote, even though I know how corrupt it is. But at the local level, some stuff can sneak through. Husan, Brazil, oi amigo to the bem. We must unseat Pelosi and Schumer and vote third parties. Yeah, absolutely. I want to primary them and all that stuff, but then I just get worried even if we do. And I'm not saying we shouldn't, and I hope that I would love it if Pelosi got primaried. But then look what happened, though. Look, AOC, she primaried. That was such a big win. It was like, holy shit, this could be the beginning. And then it got stifled. And now she's playing ball with Pelosi. And it's all this kick the can down the road another 4 years. We don't have time. I've said this before. The environment is completely collapsing. We are facing climate collapse. And if we don't get this done in less than 10 years, the human race is over. We won't see the year 2050. That's a reality. And you think this pandemic is bad? This is nothing. This coronavirus isn't going to kill everyone on planet Earth. No more breathable air and drinkable water, that'll do it. Yeah, that's, and there's no like stay-at-home measure to fit. There's nothing to fix it. It's just, we're done. Jedi Melon 77, shave him again. I don't remember Luke Skywalker going around saying we should disband the Rebel Alliance because Darth Vader is my father. Again, a fictional character understood his historical moment more than Bernie Sanders. Oh man. I love Star Wars too. I fucking love that you made that reference too. Lori Mountain Garrett Powell. What's up, Lori? How you doing, sweetie? What Bernie did was like getting it on with someone you're super hot with, and right before you get there, they say, that's as far as I can go. Sorry. Yeah, like, exactly. And you've been on several dates, like you've been talking to them as a friend for weeks or months, and you feel like, God, every time we talk, we connect more, and holy couple of things we don't agree on, but man, this is it. This is the one. Like, oh my God. This is the most amazing person I've ever met in my life. We're going to spend the rest of our lives. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to be telling the story of how we met and this is it. And now we're going to boom, and we're going to just consummate it. And then they're like, clothes off, candlelight, sexy, oh, massages. And then I got to go. Wait, what? I'm sorry. What? Oh. So true, Lori. Great example. Edward Dunning, boom, 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 boom. Hey, you, dancing pair. Hey, you. Farkas Garvey. At least Bernie didn't win and turn into Obama. Yeah, that probably would have been worse, because then we would have had even more hope. Darth Buzzkill. Shave him. How much / many for you to get the ball rolling? Oh God, it would need to be like a couple. I would be like, I only want to do if it's legitimate. I mean, it literally would mean someone with hundreds of millions of dollars or something like that. That's how you got to win, unfortunately. So it'd be a billionaire, the people I'm constantly railing against, to back me. So if there's a billionaire out there that actually believes in this and is willing to change things, I would do it. So if you know any billionaires that aren't inherently evil, tell them to start Graham Elwood 2020. Progressive. Boom. Biden having trouble putting a finger on his VP, unable to find one that passes the sniff test. Great joke. Great joke. Louise Brooks. Louise, shave your knuckles for justice. Listening to Bernie staffers get to be real shows that what the campaign could have been. Yeah. And there's, what's his name, Fahish Shahir or whatever. There were people in this campaign that worked for corporate Democrats and worked for Center for American Progress that Bernie picked, and he knew that. He knew who they were. He knew where they worked. And he did that intentionally. Those people are awful. There's a lot of really solid people in the middle of Bernie's campaign. But there was people very close to him at the top deliberately making awful decisions. And he picked them, though. They didn't sneak up on him. He just like he didn't know who they were. But that's the key right there to starting like a Labor Party, is get those people that worked inside of Bernie's campaign that are really honorable people that did it for the right reasons. And anyone that's like, oh, I worked on the Debbie Wasserman show, get the fuck out. No, I was a big inside the DNC. I have got, bye, thank you, thank you, thank you. Nobody from any sort of history like that at all. None. Balthazar 228. I get that feeling Bernie was told, you do anything out of line and Tom Perez will DQ you, and 40 years of third parties won't work. Sunk in. He's been fighting for the same fight for decades, is tired. Yeah, that's what he looked like at that thing last week where he announced he was leaving. I was like, this looks like a tired guy. He's just like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I'm 78. 2 presidential campaigns. You know, a presidential campaign is a lot of work for someone who's 35 and in great shape. That's what I felt like, too. He's just like, I'm out. Emberg, 33. What's the title of the Whitney Webb video? I tell you right now, friend. Where is it? Where is it? 2019 pandemic simulation predicted. That's the first one. And then that's the one with her. The first one I did about her article is U.S. Head Bioweapons Disappear. U.S. Head Bioweapons Disappear is the first video I did breaking down her first column. Then I had her on the show to do 2019 pandemic simulation predicted COVID-19. That's the one with her actually on it. I hope that answers your question, Emberg. Thank you. Seth Peterson. Shave your knuckles for justice, Seth. Thanks, Graham, for all you do. I will never support Joe Biden or anyone who endorsed him, but you got to vote any blue would do. Oh, he's the lesser of 2 rapists. God. Seth. They're all the same. Fuck the DNC. The reason they don't respect the progressive movement is because they don't fear it. That's so true. And fucking progressives, well, all right, we always pussy out. Oh, sorry. Oh, thanks. And yay, 2 years ago, when the Democratic Party said we're going to get rid of superdelegates in the first round, but there'll be a second ballot. And all these progressives were doing, yay, we did it. And I was like, you're suckers, man. You're suckers. That's the thing. Progressives were so beaten and abused, we take table scraps and go, thank you. At least we got something. Why? The ruling class, the corporate Democrats, the corporations, the billionaires, how come they never have to take goddamn table scraps? You're watching The Political Vigilante. My name is Graham Elwood. Why do progressives always take table scraps and go, thank you? When they said, oh, we're going to get rid of superdelegates, getting rid of all of them because they're inherently corrupt. Joe, just moving to the second ballot. And people like me and Jimmy, we all saw that was bullshit. But then I saw even people I really respect. Nina Turner saying, big victory on Twitter. No, that's not a victory. You're starving and they're letting you dig through their trash and you think that's a victory. That's not a victory. A victory is get superdelegates out of here or we fucking walk. That's the thing. Progressives have to be willing to walk. I've made this comparison before. You know how the Tea Party got power within the Republican Party? They said, you don't get what we want, we walk. We'll take our people, we'll leave the Republican Party and start our own Tea Party. And the Republicans went, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, you got it, you got it. And that party would have been powerful. The Tea Party would have been a powerful party. I would have welcomed it, even though I don't agree with 99% of their platform. I would have just welcomed another choice that had real leverage. So they kept their leverage within the Republican Party because they were willing to walk. And progressives need to do that. Stop giving the Democratic Party all of your fucking power. I'm giving you there's nowhere else. People that I'm friends with that are smart, logical people, like, well, wait, Trump is so bad. They're so drunk on Trump derangement syndrome, they can't fucking see straight. And look, the Republicans did it too. 8 years of Obama, they went, oh, you're going to let that Muslim terrorist. That's how they get you to vote against your own interests. The Republican Party uses the Second Amendment and guns, and the Democratic Party uses identity politics. Progressives need to fucking walk. Never again with this Democratic Party. Never. I'm sorry. You're going to see some interviews coming up with some like, I'm a progressive running against so-and-so in the Democratic primary. I'm going to have them on the show and I'll be nice and kind and polite, but I'm going to ask them. I'm going to ask, what's their platform? They're going to say, then if you win and the Democratic Party tells you to kowtow to them, what are you going to do? Oh, I will never do that. I go, how can I believe you? Not that you're a bad person. I don't know you personally, but look at AOC. She seems so honorable. She was a waitress on the Bronx and she's had this great, her story was amazing. Her story was amazing and she won. And now look what she's doing. So why should I believe you? Progressives need to say, fuck you. Do not vote for any asshole in the Democratic Party. Don't vote for them. And don't stay home. I'm telling you, vote this November for a third party. Write someone in. Write in Bernie. I don't care. Overwhelm them with, here's what you could have. Tell the Democratic Party, fuck you. Never give them a fucking penny. Don't fall for it ever again. That's what we need to do. Seth Peterson, Shaver Knuckles for Justice. When they start to fear us, they'll no longer fuck us and we can start to see real change. Absolutely correct. The Republican Party they became afraid of the Tea Party. The Tea Party made Republicans afraid. The Tea Party didn't scream about the Democrats. They didn't go, oh, Obama's bad, like the dummies. Oh, Trump, Trump, Trump. They went, hey, Republican, you don't take our stance, our policies, our platform, we're gone. We're voting you out. And Tea Party candidates won and primaried a bunch of establishment Republicans. And they went, oh, shit. And that started to kind of happen with AOC and the squad. And then they have to be afraid that we are going to, and we have to show them our power. The biggest show of force we can have this November is you fucked us and you're going to lose because you fucked us. And we need to take ownership of that. We are deliberately letting you lose because you didn't listen to us. We want Medicare for all. You don't give it to us, 4 more years of Trump. We want student debt forgiveness. You don't like it? 4 more years of Trump. We want a fucking Green New Deal. 4 more years of Trump. These are your options. What we want or those cocksuckers. Those are your options. And we need to stick it down their fucking throats. Boom. Janie Campbell, Shaving Knuckles for Justice, Clerk House Government, HR 6201, 365 year, March 14th. Clerk.house.gov, HR 6201, 363 yay, March 14th, 2020. All right, let's look at that right now. I think this is AOC's vote, if I'm not mistaken. summary. Hold on. Let's put this up on the big board, everybody. First of all, I'm going to save this. All right. Hold on here. Became law. There have been 5 roll call votes. Action times and co-sponsors community-related bills. Where do we show where people voted for it? Is that it? Where does it say? Ah, here we go. Thank you so much. This was Janie Kamble. Wow, I can't wait to do a full video on this. On the motion to suspend the rules and pass the United Bill, Families First Coronavirus Response Act. Only 40 no's from the Republican side. 1 independent voted present. 17 no votes and not 26 no votes. Who voted yes? Let's see, where are we at? Jayapal? Ted Lieu, my shitty Senate Congress guy? Ocasio-Cortez? Yes. Omar? Yes. Yep. Pelosi? Presley? Gabbard? Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, well, let's take a, God. Fantastic. Action summary. Thanks for sending us that, Janie Kamble. Hey, Gray, Shaving Knuckles for Justice. Bill Gates has been vaccinating African kids for years rather than providing clean water, sanitation, education, food infrastructure, pure evil. Yeah, and I'm glad people are finally calling him out. Everyone's seeing, finally, we're done stroking these billionaires. We're seeing how evil they are, what they should be doing. The corporate media just softball. They had a Walmart on NBC. And he's like, we're providing all these measures and we're giving them, emergency pay and all this other stuff. And she asked a point blank question, and then he kind of about, why don't you just do this more often? Why don't you just, and then she backed off because it was softball, but she should have been like, hey, CEO of Walmart, why don't you just unionize everybody? And why don't you give them really good wages and benefits and now give them hazard pay on top of it? You should be giving them free health care if they're putting their lives on the line. Why can't you unionize? You make billions of dollars in profit. Yeah. Oh. People are starting to realize that billionaires, when people are dying to work in a Walmart or a grocery store or a Walgreens or whatever, Amazon shipping center, they're realizing how awful and corrupt our system is. They're seeing how capitalism is killing people. And it's awful, but unfortunately, this is what we kind of need for the American people, the average person that's not paying attention as much as we are, to go, oh shit. Balthazar 228, Shaver Knuckles for Justice. The worst part of Bernie dropping out is that Snake Warren will be pushed as the progressive option for every future election until climate apocalypse. Yeah. I was a real boo. Louise Brooks. Thank you, Louise. Shahid Buttar was on Convo Couch making excuses for the COVID stimulus. Makes me nervous. Yeah, be careful. I mean, of course, sure, if he beats Pelosi, great. He'll get Pelosi out of there, but come on, man. Look at Ro Khanna. He'll buckle. They'll parade him around, and I'll be glad Pelosi will be knocked out if he beats her. I hope he does. But he'll buckle eventually. He'll concede on this thing and that thing and this thing, because then he'll start be thinking about his political career, not what's right. And the Democratic establishment knows how to crush upstart progressives. You should be nervous because he's, at the end of the day, he'll do what everyone else before him has done. Right? American 347, Shaver Knuckles for Justice. The CARES Act stimulus was introduced in 2019. AOC, Mass, and 367 other Congress people co-sponsored in 2019. Holy shit. All right, thank you for that link. God, you guys are really, I love that you're like my research team. The CARES Act. Okay, how do I bookmarks tab? Boom. There, got it. Thank you. Thank you for your purity test. Biden's better than Trump. Trump doesn't sniff people's hair. He just does cocaine. Lori Mountain Girl Pal, boom. Is there a podcast of your Whitney Webb interviews? There will be. The Political Vigilante podcast is available on iTunes and all that stuff. It just takes a lot of, I'm a little behind on releasing that. Usually what I do, I've been going live 5 days a week, which is a whole nother animal. So I will, but I will put that interview out there. What I typically do is take like my week's worth of videos and it's like an hour and a half audio podcast. So some people, it's just, they prefer consuming the show rather than watching the YouTube clips, but I will put it up there. I'll put it up on Patreon first. I always give the audio podcast to the Patreon people first, and then a couple days later, I put it up on all the free sites, iTunes. But I will, and thank you for reminding me that, Lori. Louise Brooks, what's up, Louise? Do you think you could get Boots Riley on? Sorry to bother you. You was brilliant, and so was he. Well, thank you. I'll try to get Boots. I don't know the man personally, but I'll try. Carolina Wren, thank you for supporting the show. Louise Brooks again, shaving your knuckles a second time. Think the DNC will get the Medicare if I tell them I need a doctor because my knee won't bend for some reason? Oh, God. I'm sorry your knee hurts. That sucks. I've had knee issues since I was a kid. Yeah, I'm sure they'll listen. That's what the DNC, they're the People's Party, right? They should help you out. Jason R., shave them. Go do a new granny character, a left progressive version of Trump, viciously progressive, in your face, relentless, political, punch you in the junk progressive, unwilling to relent on policy, ever. If I ran, that's how I would run. I would just say the shit I do on this show, but I would do it in a huge day. I wouldn't pull back from anybody, and I wouldn't give a damn if I ruffled the feathers of the political establishment or the corporate media. I wouldn't care. I would actually be deliberately trying to piss them off. I'd be so fucking great. BA, Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. Hello from Canada, Graham. Great to see you today. Great to see you. Carolina Wren. Boom. When will Shahid Buttar debate Speaker Pelosi? I don't know. She'll run from that. She's so corrupt. Harry Truman said it. The only way for a politician to become wealthy in politics is by being corrupt. I'm paraphrasing his exact statement, but she's worth $100 million. That's how corrupt she is. But she fights Trump, fake, and then stands and claps for him when he says Juan Guaido is the real leader of Venezuela, another country we're sanctioning in the middle of a pandemic. Assholes. George Allen, shave him. Oh, I just drove